Hello everyone, welcome to this video on how to use the Jifu Connect app. So first and foremost, you're going to come into the app and you're going to come over to the bottom right hand corner where you see the little search icon, and this is going to show you a list of all of the different educators that we have here in Jifu. Now straight away you're going to see it says not subscribed. So what you need to do is you need to go through and you need to follow or subscribe to the educators who you wish to receive notifications from. Now, please bear in mind that our educators, speak a variety of different languages. So for example, Tomek, who you see at the top, he is a Polish educator. Therefore, if you're not Polish speaking, he may not be someone that you wish to follow. However, he does send trade ideas. So you may wish to go ahead and subscribe because you'll still be able to take his trade ideas. However, you won't be able to, attend his live sessions, for example. Okay, so all you do is you go through and you subscribe to however many educators that you wish. I will just scroll down and I will show you some who are English speaking. And also some who maybe not are English speaking, but they do send trade ideas. So Tony and Nico, for example, they are German speaking. However, they do send trade ideas in the activity feed. So if you're looking to get trade ideas, they would be someone who you may wish to subscribe to. Now, some of the English speaking educators, we have Nick Engels, who I've subscribed to. John Oliver is also an English speaking educator. Okay, if I keep scrolling down, we also then have Patrick Ross, we have Stedroy, we have Tyler, who are all English speaking educators as well. Eric Lucas is actually a German educator, but also sends trade ideas. So if you're, again, looking for trade ideas, he is someone good to subscribe to. You've got Market Watch and Kevin Serrano, who are English-speaking educators. You then have Josh Sanchez, who sends really, really good educational content. But once you understand how to use it, it can also be considered a trade idea. So definitely someone worth, following and learning from. You also have Jay Bonham. Now, a lot of these educators also send updates from their live sessions. So Jay is someone, if you are attending his live sessions regularly, you may want to follow him because he will give you updates after his session. Okay, so go through, follow. We have corporate, who you are automatically following. Okay, so Manny Quiones, for example, he is actually one of our Smartmonics educators, so he will also send updates from his trading sessions. Okay, so that's how you, number one, subscribe to the educators. Now, in order to see and get notifications on their content, you're going to go over to the bottom left-hand corner where you have this the home button, and you can see at the top it says activity feed. Now, before you can receive notifications, you need to actually turn on, the different settings in the activity feed. So you're going to go to the three lines at the top, towards the right-hand side. Okay. And you'll see this filter. Okay. So you want to tick posts, ideas, and educational content. Now you can tick events if you would like. I personally do not want that feature, but I do want any posts from the educators, any ideas, which would be trade ideas, but also any educational content, because the educational content can also actually be trade ideas. So if I go ahead and apply, now, whenever anything comes through from those educators that I have subscribed to, I am going to get a notification on my phone. Okay, so now you can see the different types of content. So at the top, we've got John Oliver, who has actually sent a recording of his live analysis session for Sniper. So definitely something worth watching if you're wanting to use, the Sniper scanner. You get notifications like this when the educator's about to go live. So just a little reminder, and also where you can find Jay's live there. You've got the link, but we also then, like I said, get trade ideas. So this was from Tony and Nico, Euro USD sell limit, and of course, all of the coordinates are there for us. Okay, so that is how you use the activity feed. Now, the next feature I want to discuss is the FX Global Trade Ideas. Okay, and it is where these two arrows are down here at the bottom. Now, if you haven't paid for the FX Global Ideas add-on, this is currently going to say you need to upgrade. So if you come to the section that says upgrade, it is because you currently don't have access or haven't paid for the add-on. Okay, if you have, right now this is blank, but that's because there are no active or not active, there's no trades that haven't activated yet. So there's no trades to take right now. Okay, but if I come over to history, I can see the trades that have been taken. And you know, this is currently today, March 6th. So we had a euro New Zealand dollar, which collected 32, almost 33 pips. We had a gold trade that unfortunately got canceled. It dropped before it got to our entry. Okay, same with AUD, NZD, so on and so forth. Okay, so you can actually see the history of results here. Now, if you do have the FX Global feature and you want to now actually use it, you need to connect it to your broker. So what you'll do is over here on the left-hand side, you can see at the top where it says Forex Trading Account, Set Up Broker Now. So that is what you'll need to do. You'll need to come to setup. Now you'll also be able to find this in the top left-hand corner. Okay, this is where your details are, but I can also click Forex Trading Account here. Now, the first thing that you need to do, where it says select broker server, you need to go ahead and click and you need to search your broker. So whatever broker you have, whatever broker you are with, you'll go ahead and you will type them in and it will search and it will find your broker. For example, if you're going to use Vantage, it of course has come up. You can then select whichever server your particular account is. So if you're connecting a demo account, or if you're selecting a live account, you would then go ahead and tick the one that is relevant to you. So I'm going to go ahead and tick mine there. You also then have, of course, all the different options down here. So once you had found your broker server, you would then go ahead and plug in your broker information. So when you set up a live or a demo account, you would have received an email from your broker with your login and your password. So you would just go ahead and you would plug in your login and your password, make sure to accept the terms and conditions at the bottom, and then you'll go ahead and click link account. Okay, so it's going to whir around. And then once it's successfully been connected, it is going to tell you it is connecting. Once that has finished connecting, there you can see it's now turned to connected in green. So you are now fully set up and ready to go. So once a trade idea comes in the FX Global section, which again, there's no active trade, so you can't see, but when it pops up, there's going to be underneath, it says to copy trade. You are literally going to be able to click that button and it is automatically going to take that trade on your behalf. Now, before you do that though, the last thing you want to do is you want to set your risk parameters. So that way, when you do take the trade, you're going to have the appropriate risk management in place. In order to do that, if you come back over to the top left-hand corner where your account settings are, click Forex Trading Account, and now go over to settings. So this is going to allow you to either put a dollar amount or a percentage. So for example, if I wanted to risk 1% per trade, 2%, whatever the case may be, I'm going to go ahead and stick to 1%. Now down here you can see symbol mapping. Now what this means is with your broker, they may call some pairs different things on MetaTrader 4 or 5. For example, some indices, some metals or commodities might be named something slightly different on your broker, so on your MetaTrader 4 or 5, than it is on here. So for example, if we're trading US 30, okay, US 30 is a popular indice, but it is called different things on different brokers. So I'll go ahead and click confirm. Now, on Vantage, for example, it's actually called DJ30. So I would just type in DJ30 and I would click confirm. So now if a US 30 trade comes in on the Jifu Connect app, it will automatically take, because it can find it on my MetaTrader 4, and then I would click save. Now you may need to repeat that several times depending on how different the names are on your broker. So guys, that is how you use the Jifu Connect app as well as the FX Global trade ideas. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.